First opened in 2002. There's a look inside Ford Field here in downtown Detroit, the Motor City. Both teams emerging from the Ford Field tunnels just a short time ago. And, of course, the loudest cheers were reserved for the hometown Lions. They're set to go as they will match up with the Kansas City Chiefs. 2 weeks have come and gone. It's off to week 3, and we're underway on EA Sports. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. They'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Herbert now. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up 2nd.
You know, on these types of plays, we're always looking to assess blame. Okay, where did it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play.
Gotta hope that's not a sign of things to come as they face an early 2nd and long. He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run and just lost track, and it cost him.
Herbert's throw into the hands here of Hardman. Without the previous penalty, that would have been a 1st down. Instead, it's just a gain of 10.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
And the Lions going with an extra DB here on 3rd down. Herbert just beat the play clock. Buying time to his left. Now he's going to let it go deep left side. Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked off at about the 31. And the Lions are going to get the football here as they force the INT on the game's opening drive. They may have thrown the interception, obviously less than ideal, but I think they also sent a message that they're going to push the ball downfield in this one.
Yeah, not afraid to take their shots right away, huh? What was that, like a 9-9-9 route? 9 meaning go? Just went ahead and went for it. Didn't work out so well because it certainly appeared the defense was prepared. But I'm with you. Okay, so it didn't work this time. Doesn't mean we won't try it again later.
And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
On 2nd and 7, Love. He's going to find his tight end, Gray, complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
He's able to force his way through one man, but he can muster only about a yard on the play. Second down. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Love from the gun. Finding room to the 20. And in for the Lions. Touchdown. Andy Isabella. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Lions are going to take a first-quarter lead. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. So the extra point good, and the roughing call going to move the ball out to the 50 for the kickoff.
And I think this is a good chance to pin them deep if you can land the kickoff inside the 5-yard line or so. Gain some field position for your defense.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off at the 23. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They'll be looking to duplicate the efforts of drive number 1 that resulted in 7 points in the 7-zip lead.
Well, you know how much I enjoy horse racing, right? Looks like they caught a flyer out of the gate, as they would say when you're running the big-time races. It means they get out to a fast start. They're setting the pace, making the other team chase now.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Cook. And this will wind up a Lions first down as good running gets him to about the 44.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
On the ground, this is Derrick Henry. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory.
Would you say this offense is locked in right now?
They're having no trouble on this drive. What is it, 3 plays, 3 first downs?
Yeah, you talk about on the march. They keep this up, they'll get to that end zone real fast.
And he's going to get this inside the 30. 43 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times. Offensive line right now really freeing up the rushing lanes on this drive.
And we have to give them props. They've earned them. But these big runs that we're seeing, they don't result without everyone else being involved as well. Blocking on the perimeter has to take place downfield too.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Now left side on the swing pass. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. So the pitch and catch good for 11. And that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard. They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And Henry fighting for the marker, but I don't think he got there. He did not. Remember, that was less than a yard. That was not a full yard. That defense, they were having none of it.
Yeah, the surge the offensive line was seeking actually occurred on the other side of the ball. They reestablished the line of scrimmage and stuffed them.
Now the Lions, they send out the field goal unit here. This from 36 yards out. And his kick is right there. It's good. And the lead moves to 10-zip. So the turnover leads to points as they add 3 there.
Yeah, what a sequence there, and a nice one for them. They forced the interception, put together a little drive, and then come away with 3 points. Nothing to it, partner. Just do it.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue, but to go a little bit deeper on that one, I would think about some play calls now, not even necessarily to my best player, but to someone I can trust with the ball. Try and get things settled down a little bit. I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result, because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4. Now, this defense for the Lions, very strong last week as they helped their squad improve to 2-0 on the young season.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and trying to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, what do you do now when you go into a game? Do you decide you can't throw the ball? Do you try and run it more? Or do you tell your quarterback, make sure you see your guys open before you deliver?
And he'll go down right around the 47 this time.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
On 1st and 10, it's Etienne. He'll get 3 up to midfield. Ten 10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. From the 50, here's Herbert. On Herbert, his 3rd interception. He's picked off near his own 48, and they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory. Following the interception, Love. A throw right side taken in by the tight end Gray. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. On 2nd down, it's Cook. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. 59 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries. Following the good run by Cook, here's another 1st and 10. Love now. Gets this into the hands of Gray, the tight end. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
On 2nd down, Cook. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
They'll run with Cook. And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
On 2nd and goal. Love swinging this out wide here for Cook. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. They get only a yard there. Now it's 3rd and goal. To throw now. Here's Love to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Herbert. He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb. And it looked like he got the feet down, did he? Yes, it's a catch. A big play there for KC.
This offense has been slow to get started, but that play will certainly give them a little bit of life. Maybe the late wake-up call that they had been seeking.
So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Here's a give to Etienne. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Travis Etienne, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Chiefs are able to get this back within a touchdown. Lutz good on the extra point, and the lead will shrink to 6. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
The Love's throw here taken in by Isabella. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
Now this throw caught left side. Touchdown, Detroit! Andy Isabella with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Lions are able to grow their lead. So the Lion offense staying on the field as they're going to try for 2. Love throwing for it. Escaping the pressure right. And this is going to be caught. It's good. And that extends their lead by 2 more. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. A handoff for Etienne. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 90 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here in this first half.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game, I would continue to go in that direction.
Here's Etienne. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
ETN with it. And he'll take this one across the 45 up to about the 46-yard line. On third down, here's ETN. And some room to roam now. And he almost made it, but just short. Finally out of bounds, right down around the goal line. A big play there just before halftime. This is first and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. They'll try to run with ETN. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. Second and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Chiefs get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. Lutz to try to add the PAT. It's up and good. This becomes a 21-14 ball game now. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And with a 7-point lead, they'll likely look to take this to the locker room and not really press the issue. He's got his man on the crossing route. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Love, they go play action now. Wide open receiver complete. And he finally is out of bounds, but he's down inside the 20-yard line. A big play there just before halftime. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Play action this time with Love. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. From the left hash, this will be a 41-yarder. And his kick is good. And the lead works its way up to 10, 24-14. So we've reached halftime here in Detroit with the Lions out on top. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the question to be asked, where does this game go from here as we are back at it now on EA Sports? No run back here to begin the half, and we will start at the 25-yard line. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in this second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see one or two guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be licensed to take some shots downfield.
The Love's throw there into the hands of Ross. Not much there, only a yard.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. The keeper nets him only a yard, and that's going to bring up fourth. Here comes the Lions punter now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the third. This is away and a very good kick, angled for the sidelines. And out of bounds, sailed over, looked like right near the pylon. This one's going to be perfect. Directional kicking at its finest, right down at the 1 yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. You're down on the scoreboard, and this is not what you want to see. 99 yards of field in front of you.
Yeah, and it just shows how important a good punter can be and how that person can really help out a team. Guarantee you his agent can be taking that video clip in on the next contract negotiation, don't you think?
Coming up on a 2nd and 6. And they'll go again with Etienne. And they'll get him down right at around the 11-yard line. 158 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon. Out from the shadows of their goal line. Here's 1st and 10 from the 11. They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert. He hits Adams, complete. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down.
A couple of first downs right in succession, and this is an offense that can really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
They'll run. It's Etienne. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
And he'll go down right around the 47 this time.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
And he's going to get it across the midfield stripe into Lion territory. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Hey, when you get good yardage like that on first down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get them. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for them. Show them that you're supposed to get the football.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. And quickly to the outside. That's caught by Lamb. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds.
Boy, this is a well-orchestrated drive they've put together. You think back to how far they were backed up to start things out, but they've gone on a march since then. And now after that completion there, they've got a 1st and goal.
And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. On 2nd and goal, they'll give it to him again. And this time he is in.
Yes.
A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Chiefs go 98 yards and finish it off in the end zone. Lutz with the extra point, and the lead is down to a field goal. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Pretty important third-quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. And he's certainly been a huge factor in this when he's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the first.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him, double him, triple him, do what you have to do. But sometimes they get locked into such a groove and such a connection, it doesn't matter how many guys are in his area.
He certainly looks to be in that groove right now. On 2nd down, it's Cook again. He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
Here's a diving catch right side. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be 4th down. Is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. And this will be out of bounds at the what here? The 12-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And you sense the tide turning. They scored, then their defense forced the punt, and now a chance to ultimately take the lead here late. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. 2nd and 6. No, scratch that. 2nd and 7. And to give this time to the tailback. And a short gain across the 15 to the 17-yard line.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
And defensively going with a dime set. 6 DBs on 3rd and 4. And they'll run here with Etienne. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. Going for it, here's Etienne. And he's going to get the first down here as he's taken down at the 22. He needed less than a foot. He didn't get a whole lot more than that, but he did get the first down.
Well, he and his offensive line created enough push where if he was able to just fall forward as he was able to there, that would pick up the first down. As you noted, didn't need a whole lot, didn't get much more than that.
And he'll be brought down here at the 28. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Now Etienne. And that's going to be a Chiefs first down as he's got this up to about the 34-yard line.
Partner, those are back-to-back 6-yard runs, and if they're going to continue to get those types of plays, shoot, you just keep running the same stuff, don't you?
Yeah, it was 1st and 10, then 2nd and 4. Now 1st and 10 again. runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. And this one quickly to Lamb. They find some open field here. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. CeeDee Lamb, 66 yards. And the Chiefs have taken the lead. Lutz good on the extra point. And that will make this a 4-point game. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And this will be returned from deep in the end zone. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And now they'll look to answer working from behind. And remember, this offense has sputtered yet to score here in the second half. They'll need to change that here. A throw left side to start out. That's complete. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line.
And we've seen him have success earlier on with the ball in his hands because he is a get it in space and make a play kind of a receiver. But that time, they closed on him quickly and held him to a short gain.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And out across midfield, down to the 45. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
On 1st and 10, Love over the middle. That's hauled in by Isabella. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. Again, it's Love. Setting up the screen for Cook. Cook with a first down and much more. Able to slither by. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and we watch him drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
And good downhill running. He's got 6 yards down to the 13.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters. No reason to lighten up now. The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. Throwing. Love. Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. We've got a 1-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. They come up on a 1st and goal with this game still hanging in the balance. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Dalvin Cook. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Lions are going to jump back in front. They get one more as the extra point's up and good. So it's now a 3-point game here in the closing stages as a field goal now can only tie it. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And we have seen a lot on the scoreboard here in this quarter. So sometimes you talk to me about tendency breakers on offense. These defenses struggling. Are there tendency breakers on defense?
All defensive coordinators keep something in their hip pocket for these types of situations. What can we do to slow down the onslaught? But the biggest thing is making sure these guys encourage each other, pick themselves up, because right now it's been a really tough ball game trying to stop these offenses.
Oh, it really has, especially as of late. Now a handoff here to his running back, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Etienne once more. And down inside the 35, he goes to the 32-yard line. A field goal try would be almost 50 yards from this spot. So what can they do to get closer now on 3rd down? They'll run with Etienne. And trying to shake free, but Etienne cannot. The defense will stop him short. Calling no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. And he's able to pick up the 1st down here before he goes down at the 26. And with 4 seconds remaining, they will call the timeout. So just enough of a cushion there to bring on the field goal unit and try to send this one to the extra session. And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call. Now the Chiefs bring on their field goal unit. 4 seconds to go. This would send us to overtime. And his kick is no good. Oh, by the slimmest of margins, he missed it wide to the left. Well, we were prepping for overtime up here in the booth, partner. Thought for sure we were destined for OT. And then the chip shot field goal, no good. A tough loss.
Oh, without question, because when you're saying prepping, I was locked in. I think you were too. We're going to overtime. I was already gathering my thoughts about, okay, how do we start? What happens with the coin toss? Who's going to play defense first? And I have to admit, I'm in a little bit of shock that he missed that field goal.
I'm absolutely still in shock. Just a tough way to end it. So for the Lions, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they'll get to stay home again next week as the Minnesota Vikings come to town. Meanwhile, for Kansas City, they'll fall to 1-2. And they will get a home date next week against the Los Angeles Chargers. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.